Hello, I'm Maciej, Mikos, and you're watching World Talks. The Czech Republic has a new prime minister. After weeks of political tensions, Andrej Babiš has been appointed as the new head of the government in Prague. And to talk about it, we're joined by Filip Nerad, Director of Communications and Marketing at GLOBSEC. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon from Prague.
So, is Prague celebrating today? You finally have a new prime minister.
I wouldn't say that Prague is celebrating. It was something that we were waiting for, and it was expected because Andrej Babiš has made his part of the deal with the president. That means he publicly announced how he will solve his conflict of interest, and President Petr Pavel made his part of the deal. So he appointed Andrej Babiš the new prime minister.
Then everything went according to plan. Why is your new prime minister described as a controversial politician? And I have stumbled upon, stronger words.
Well, Andrej Babiš is a billionaire. He's a big entrepreneur, and his business covers almost everything here in the Czech Republic. So that's the reason why he has this conflict of interest that he has to explain also during his first term. And that was something that Czech President Petr Pavel wanted to solve before Andrej Babiš entered the government for the second time. So that's why it was there were some quarrels how to do it. But in the end, it went quietly. As I said, it was a kind of gentleman agreement that Andrej Babiš promised to publicly announce how we will solve it, and President Petr Pavel agreed to give him a second chance and second term in the head of the government.
So, if these controversies are already past Prime Minister Babiš, what about the rest of the ruling coalition?
Well, it's a coalition where the main word would have the Babiš Ano party, which is the far most strongest party in the Czech parliament, and you can see it on the coalition program, or at least on his draft, because the majority of the points are part of the party's election program. So the strongest word will definitely have the Ano party. There are two smaller parties, the motorist and the SPD, and there are some controversies, mainly regarding the candidate of the motorist, Filip Nerad, who used to be originally candidate for the foreign minister. But because of many of his controversies, President Pavel rejected such a candidate. So there came a kind of move and switch that the candidate for foreign minister will be leader of this party, Petr Maciej, and Filip Nerad should move to the environmental minister. But in the end, as we heard today, on Monday, when there should be the appointment of the whole government, Filip Nerad won't be even on the list for the environmental minister, and the government, at least for now, will be without him. And Petr Maciej, as the leader of the motorist party, will be foreign minister and, at least for some time, environment minister at the same time.
You used the term "for now." Now I'm wondering how stable is the new ruling coalition.
Yeah, we will see, because mainly the SPD party has a lot of representative of other far-right, anti-system, anti-EU parties on its list. And the majority of this coalition is based also on them. So when these personalities would split or somehow won't agree with the coalition course, that might be a problem for the majority. But until now, it seems that it's a stable majority of 108 MPs, so that's enough for the new government.
What should Europe expect from Prague in the next few years?
Well, it obviously will be less friendly towards EU-friendly government than the current one. You already said it in the gig during the news. The coalition parties are more nationalistic, so they would like to fight for, let's say, national interest, and are not supportive of some major European initiatives, as a Green Deal and environmental initiatives, as a immigration pact. They are also not supportive of Ukraine, at least in the scale as it was the last government. So we can expect a government that will be more critical towards EU, maybe blocking some European projects. But I wouldn't say that they will block them until the end, as we can see it by the Hungarian government. Prime Minister Babiš is a transactional politician, and Europe I think, will be able to find deals with them. But it will take time and some negotiation to persuade him, and maybe to give him something else for his agreement.
Right, but right now what we can clearly see is also something we talked about in our report on the current situation in Czechia. We have Slovakia, Hungary, and now the Czech Republic joining the club of Euro skeptics. Right? Do you think this could be a big problem for the European, well, for Europe, for the EU as a whole?
Of course, for some European initiatives, sure, I mentioned them, the environmental initiatives, migration, and so on. So, yeah, in this way, Czech Republic or Czech government might and probably will join Hungary, Slovakia in blocking some steps. But in other, it must not be the case, because we also are not on the same board with these countries. For example, in their view on Russia, on Russian role in Ukraine war. So I don't think it will be homogeneous bloc who will block everything in the EU, and plus all the three countries are not, let's say, the major ones. So if there is some decision with a qualified majority, they won't even have the power to block it, because they won't have enough voices. So, of course, it could be problematic for the EU when the EU would like to come to a univocal agreement on any steps. But it's nothing that would harm her very, very critically, as such a change of the government and, let's say, a far-right president in France, which is a possible scenario in France in 2027. So I don't think it will be such a big problem for EU.
Filip Nerad, Director of Communications and Marketing at GLOBSEC, was our guest this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Have a nice evening.
You too. And thank you for watching, and stay with us for more interviews here on TVP World.